Good afternoon, everyone. It is Thursday, July 31st. My name is Trent Parker with the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana, and I've got your planning briefing as we head towards the rest of this week and into the weekend. One big key message here, a reminder that the radar up at point 6, the KMSX radar, will be down through at least August 9th due to some scheduled maintenance. They're working on replacing some parts on the radar. And a couple other key points as we head towards the rest of this week. We've got shower and thunderstorm chances continuing, if not increasing, through the next couple of days. And those thunderstorms will have the potential for some heavy rain. And so as a result, we've got flood watches in effect, and we'll likely be reassessing that situation as we go through the next couple of days as well. And we've also got some strong to severe wind gusts that'll decrease really after today. Today is going to be the big day, as we're the last couple for those strong to severe wind gusts. And then we're going to see a pretty big cool down as we head through the weekend and into early next week. So just a couple of reminders on what these flood products are. A watch doesn't mean that flooding is occurring, but it means that we have all the ingredients there and conditions are favorable for flooding. So it is possible. So we kind of do that as a precautionary measure. We put those watches out just to make sure people are aware. And then advisories, that's when we start to see more evidence that there is going to be usually just some nuisance flooding. But if you're not cautious around that kind of flooding, it could lead to some dangerous situations. And then the flash flood warning is really an immediate action needed to mitigate any potential risk. So that means that we've got evidence or proof that flash flooding is either about to happen or is currently happening, and so you're going to want to take action. And when we issue these flood watches, you're going to want to make sure you're paying attention just in case we follow that watch up with any advisories or warnings. And then recently, the products have changed from a criteria based form where we need exactly an amount of rainfall to fall for us to issue these watches and warnings, but we've gone to more of an impact based format. So if we do see impacts such as road flooding or debris or mudslides, then we are able to issue those advisories or warnings. As far as today, Thursday, we've got a flash flood watch for really much of the area, including us here in the Bitterroot, Missoula valleys, all the way through north central Idaho into Lemhi County, and up there towards northwestern Montana as well, including portions of I-90 all the way as you head out towards Lookout Pass. And then a couple of impacts that you could see. We could see some rapid rises in small creeks, streams, and normally dry washes. We could see ponding on roadways, so that increases the risk for hydroplaning. And we could also see some urban lowland flooding. Water, mud, rocks, all that stuff could come loose and slide down the steep terrain and across roadways. So you want to be careful, never drive through flooded waters. And then wildfire burn scars and other recently disturbed vegetative or ground areas that have been disturbed recently are more prone to those flooding issues. And then before the storms, you're going to want to mitigate those flooding issues, clearing and checking gutters and downspouts, and then a couple of spots around your neighborhood. And then you're going to want to remain alert, make sure you have ways to get notifications as those weather conditions change, and then be prepared to take action if warnings or advisories are issued. So, over the next couple of days, the WPC has us in excessive rainfall outlooks. These are marginal risks, but you can see it kind of shifts forward or northward, I should say, here over the next couple of days. So, Friday and Saturday, we start to see that northward progression of the excessive rainfall. And as far as hourly rates, greater than a third of an inch, so some pretty heavy rainfall. This is what it looks like ending 11 o'clock on Thursday night. So a pretty good swath here from the Missoula down through the Bitterroot, portions of north central Idaho, eastward into Powell County and Granite County, down south through Butte and Silverbow. And then on Saturday, it's kind of more of a widespread impacted event, but we are seeing a downtrend in some of that heavier rainfall amounts towards like the Butte area and southwest Montana. And then the Storm Prediction Center has us in a marginal risk today. The main threat's going to be those strong to severe wind gusts. We'll see frequent lightning and then some small hail. And then in this brown circle here, we could see some large hail, especially east of 93 and along the Continental Divide. And as we head towards Friday and Saturday, our chances kind of decrease, just kind of a general thunderstorm risk as that wind threat diminishes. Now, here's a great way to look at how confident the models are for a cooler scenario for early next week. And pretty much all of these clusters are onto something as far as a pretty good trough here across much of the Pacific Northwest. So that's what we'll be looking forward to as we head towards Monday and Tuesday of next week. And as far as temperatures go, we're going to start that cooling trend into the weekend, talking about highs in the upper 70s near 80 through Saturday and Sunday, and then even cooler Monday into Tuesday. Best chances for precipitation will be in the afternoons, both today, Friday, and then to the north. Most of the day on Saturday could be pretty cloudy and soggy for much of us. And as that trough approaches Monday into Tuesday, we pick up those chances yet again. These peak gusts don't account for any kind of gusts associated with thunderstorms, so just keep that in mind. Generally, light winds, but we could see an uptick in winds every afternoon through the weekend. Maybe some stronger winds with that trough approaching for Tuesday. And then, as far as humidity goes, we're going to stay pretty humid all the way through the weekend. This 20% mark shows kind of a critical fire weather level. It looks like we're not really going to dip down to that too much here in the next couple of days. In the 6 to 10 day outlooks, look at this: above normal chances for precipitation and below normal temperatures likely here in the 6 to 10 day. And as we look through the 8 to 14 day, continuing those chances for precipitation, and look at this, we're pretty much the only spot in the country with an outlook that shows near normal temperatures here as we head through the first 2 weeks of August. So thank you for watching. If you want to contact us, we've got our email, phone number, and you can also check us out on socials or on our website. Next scheduled briefing will be Sunday, August 3rd. Remember that radar is out through the 9th, so we're going to have to use other tools to assess these storm threats. And also, frequent lightning strikes could cause a couple new fire starts, so just be aware of that. Kind of stay on your toes, and also keep fire safety in mind. Reduce risk for other fires by putting out new fires. Any campfires that you have, make sure they're smothered. It is still the hottest and driest part of the year, even though we've seen some rainfall recently. The fire weather conditions are still out there. Have a good one.